Hey, hello and welcome. Hang on, let's mute this other channel. There we go. Hey, hello and welcome to my Sunday show, and I am back. Sort of. Thank you all for being patient. And hey, Guy the Jedi is the first to comment. Hello, welcome. Yeah, I've been away. I've been off for a little over a month or so. Close to a month. I don't know. It just seems like it's all a blur to me. Hey, Stephen, how are you? But as my title said, Joseph Jolly, hello. It was the one of the worst months of my life, I'm gonna say. And I'm glad I'm back. I'm not 100% yet, but I didn't want to take any more time off my live streams, anyways. I just wanted to get back in the swing of things. As I say, I had a rough October. It's one thing to have the death of a family member, my eldest brother. Hey, James L. It's one thing to have a death of a family member, but then top it off when you're going through a major sickness that grounded me for a while. And during that sickness, you have to attend your brother's funeral and deal with all that. It was not a fun month. I would not wish that upon anybody. And I was off work for almost 2 weeks, on and off. I was in, if I did go to work, it was for an hour, and then that's all I could handle. I had to come home and rest. And and then now that the sickness is pretty much gone from me, I've got this lingering congestion in my chest and this cough that will not go away. I'm battling it and fighting it. So if I mute myself or if I cough, forgive me tonight. I've got water to help, but I get this constant cough, and I'm still trying to cough up whatever it is that's congesting me here. So, thanks, James. Yeah, that was on the 11th of October. I heard that my brother had passed away. I started to get sick on the 7th of October or something like that, and then we had the funeral on the 16th, and it was just, bear with me. Oh, I think that was on. I didn't mute myself. Sorry about that. I meant to mute myself. Sorry if you have headphones. Hey, David Wilson, glad to see you back too. And thank you, Joseph. But so I'm still fighting this after sickness cough, whatever you call it. And I've heard that this can go on for weeks. And I thought, you know what? It was bad last bunch of weeks because every time I would talk, just talking caused me to cough and fits. And so it's getting better now. I've been taking some expectorant cough syrup, et cetera, which I'm supposed to be taking now, but I forgot. I'll take it after the stream. But it's I can feel the tightness in my chest still, so I've got to go to the doctor in the next week or so, and we'll explain to them that this cough has been with me for 3 to 4 weeks now, and it's just been ridiculous. So, anyways, I'm back. Oh, thanks, Jeff. I missed everybody here too. I really enjoy doing this stream. I really do, and it was tough for me not to stream. I went on Jerry's Saturday stream. I hopped on. Was it last Saturday or the Saturday before? Doesn't matter. And I hardly talked because I knew that it was going to trigger the coughing, and so I just sort of sat there quietly. So I didn't go on yesterday because I wanted to save a little bit of that for today. Thank you, Joe. Nice to see you as well. So Stephen Labarge, Joseph Jolly, James L, MGX20, MG20 Texas here, David Wilson, Joseph Jolly, Jeff Thurston, Joe Galaska. Yeah, 14 people viewing right now, and that's good. So I just wanted tonight's stream. I can't guarantee I'm going to go for 2 hours. It just all depends on how this goes. I don't want to be coughing every 30 seconds, but so far it's been pretty good. As I say, it's been getting better day by day. So that's been good. I have been doing a little bit of work while I've been sort of recovering from this. Today has been my most productive day as far as cleaning up the studio and doing a little bit of decluttering and everything that's been around here. Otherwise, I haven't been able to sort of focus. My focus has been off too for the last month or so because, as I say, October feels like a dream to me. And of course, being as sick as I was when my brother passed away, it still feels like a dream to me. I still don't register it as being real, but it is real. So yeah, and so my head is just sort of coming out of the cloud, and we're going to get back at it this fall. So 14 people and 9 likes. Yes, hit that like button, guys. That's okay. Give me 1 sec. I'm going to mute it this time. I just don't want that loud coughing to be in your ears. So a few things have arrived in the last few weeks since I've been down. I'm going to see if I can use this on the Trident, we're building here, but LDO sent me this to play with, a Galileo 2 extruder kit. So he just texted me one day and said, here, I'm going to send you this to play with. So I'll see if I can maybe use that on the Trident. Not sure, but we'll see what I can do with that. I also received, finally, mind you, I was one of the last ones to purchase it. This was a $2 kit or something that I got from Creality. It's that K1 Power Booster kit from Creality, where you get a kilogram of filament in here and some parts for the hot end on the K1 over here. I haven't been running my K1 because it runs like crap, but apparently this kit upgrades a lot of the issues they were having with look at that catch. Upgrades a lot of the issues they were having with it, and is going to fix that. So we'll do that one day. But yeah, so you get a kilogram of filament in there, and then you get some. Looks like you get a camera, a new extruder, and a new hot end or something like that. So that's the other little thing that popped along this week. And there was a third one. What was the third thing? I don't remember what the third thing was that came in this week. Anyways, doesn't matter. As I say, I'm still coming out of that cloud. But so we've been working on the Trident. I did spend a little bit of time working on the Trident on the days I was feeling good, because I could just sit here quietly and not talk. So that was good. It turns into a bamboo. It turns it into a bamboo. Pretty much, right, David? Hey, bag of chips. So, and we know the bamboo. And the bamboo is great. I ended up buying a second bamboo at my office, the P1S, because I was running those little pieces for my customer Amazon, as you saw. I ended up running 5,000 of those little things. I had the 2 bamboos. They were running basically almost 24/7. And not a problem. And that new, I don't have one here. That new build plate they have for bamboo, it's the gold color, and it's a dual-sided textured PEI sheet. Came with the P1S when I ordered it, and I ordered another one for my P1P that I have there. That's the best build plate I've ever used. I came with it. I didn't have to put any treatment, nothing on it. It sticks PLA beautifully when it prints, and then when it's cooled off, you just slide them off. And I must have ran, I ran 3,000 to 4,000 pieces in the last few weeks, and I didn't clean, mind you, I didn't fingerprint it all up, but I didn't clean or put any adhesion assistance on those beds, and they work awesome. So they're great. The kit makes a big difference. I did it to your K1 and it works great now. Good to know, Guy. Because yeah, that came in, I think last week sometime. And so I haven't had a chance to do anything with it, but I'll be working on that. That K1 is sitting way over here, just sitting there waiting for that kit. So that's going to help. I have gotten the new, and since I was last on, I got the infrared tool head for the X-Tool laser over here. So this will allow me to do metals, etc. We haven't played with that much. As I say, my head hasn't been in the game. We're going to be playing with that. I'm especially curious to see how well it's going to mark this aluminum composite panel. Apparently it's going to be able to mark this pretty good, so we will see. That's been going on. Hey, Miles, your P1S is coming this week. Oh, you're going to love the P1S. The P1S is a great little printer. Now, and Joseph Jolly received his upgrade kit to convert a P1P to a P1S. Awesome. It's easy upgrade. I did a video on it live. You can watch it. Hang on one sec, guys. Again, sorry about that. Okay, that's going to happen a few times, and I apologize. If it gets too frequent, I'll call the stream, but we want to try and get some stuff done tonight. The other thought that's going through my head now is if I get the order from my Amazon customer for the rest of the country, I'm going to still be doing probably thousands more of these little things I've done, which means I will be purchasing more Bambu product printers. But the thought in my head is that do I want to get another P1S? I'm not even considering the X1 Carbon. I don't need the AMS or anything for this. But if I want to increase my production on this, I can either get one P1S, they're available right now, or for the same price as buying the P1S, I could buy two A1 minis, I think they're called, or A1 whatever they're called, their new one. I could buy two of those without the AMSs. Again, I don't need the AMSs, but I could buy two of those for the same price as one of the P1Ss. Now, combined, the volume of those two mini A1 minis combined have a larger print volume than the P1S. So I'm toying with that idea because I could still get the same production or more out of two A1 minis versus a P1S, but I have two printers versus one printer. So that's food for thought for me for when that happens, when I do get that next purchase order and I want to increase my output, increase my production. So the orders I've received so far paid for the new P1S and still made us a little bit of money. So just use the IPA, just use some IPA occasionally. Yeah, I haven't cleaned it yet, and I'm probably going to be getting to a point where I do have to clean it. Oh, I left it upstairs. I wanted to show you. I've never done this before. Everybody else has. I've never printed one of those collapsible swords ever because my printers in the past that I've tried doing little tests, they all failed, but I printed a couple on the Bambus, on the P1S and the P1P. Holy crap, do they ever print these things nicely. So I've been using those. Use the rat rig also. Yes, David. That rat rig plate will hold, that would, my P1S and P1P hold 56 of those little things. I'm sure the rat rig would probably hold about 150 of them. I would definitely on the rat rig be using that exclusion feature because I should be able to depend on my rat rig to run a whole sheet of them without problems, but I don't know. I'm a little gun shy when it comes to that, when it comes to filling it with like 150, 200 pieces of some little thing. If one goes wrong, you could wreck them all. But if you have that exclusion feature in the clipper on it, then hey, that's fine. And apparently Bambu for the P1P and P1S now offers the exclusion feature that you can do through your Bambu Handy app. So if I'm here and I have a job running at work, and I check out the camera and I have a failing one, I can actually exclude it from here. I love that. I love that feature. A Bambu belt printer. That would be good. I don't know. You never know what Bambu's going to come out with, but if they ever came out with a belt printer, it would be quite interesting because look at the success and how well their printers they've come out with now work. So James said he did lightsabers. Very cool. Yeah, maybe I'll run up later and show you this one that I did on the Bambu. The print quality is spectacular on it, and it just on these gold textured PEI sheets that I use, they were cool and they just lift them off. I actually lifted it off and the sword comes out. And man, I've never run one of those before, and it was fun. So I'm printing a bunch of them as give outs for when the kids come into our office or something, or any families come in and they have a kid, I'm just going to give them one of these collapsible swords. So, because there's not much filament in them, and they go to about, I don't know, about this long, and they collapse down to whatever this. But I'll go grab one upstairs. I have one upstairs. I have one in my car. I have two of them here. So I'm sure Ethan will let me borrow his to show you guys. Anyways, what else am I doing? I got myself a couple new smart plugs, and I'm going to put these in my studio. These are smart plugs where you can monitor. So I can plug. I want to find out how much electricity I'm using and how much the electricity is costing me to run the studio every week. So I'm going to replace the two smart plugs I use for my cameras and my lights and everything with these. And then, over the course of a month or two, I just want to see how much this is costing me in electricity to run here. And then I can also figure out how much it's going to cost me to run my printers and stuff here. So excuse me, downtown at my office, I don't care. We don't pay electricity, but we do pay electricity here. So yeah, so I'll catch up to what I've done on the Trident here a little bit. Because because I've done a little bit of work since we last looked at this, and I'm not going to say I'm stuck, but I may have an issue with the belts. I don't know. My issue might be I only have one belt that might be long enough. I found some other belts that I took off of the my other Voron. I'm having again my this cloud thing on my 350 millimeter Voron. My 350 was a 400. I think it's a 350. Some belts I took off of it. I think they'll fit this because this is a 250, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm pretty sure that those belts I took off of there, yeah, we're 250 here. And so I think I will be able to fit these belts on here because I don't remember which ones I took off of here, but I have one long belt, which will definitely fit. And I'm hoping one of these other belts I can get to fit on here. So that'd be good. Mighty Studios, hello, what kind of plugs did you choose? Got these on Amazon. They were highly rated. Sonoff is the brand. Wi-Fi smart plug with power monitoring, US type. You download an app with them, and they look like, let me, if I can get this open, they kind of look like this. So there's the back of it there. This wants to follow my face. And then on this one side, it's plain. And on the other side, we have our power switch. And then, of course, we have our plug on the front with, we have one indicating light as far as network connection. Then the other light LED is going to tell you when it's on and when it's off. So these were highly referred. I've got until sometime in December to return these if I don't like them. So I'm going to test these out over the next little bit, monitor and see how the app works and everything. If I don't like it, I'll return them and try something else. But these got good reviews, so we'll see what happens. You're doing the same. Your V2 Voron consumed 500 kilowatts in the past year. Okay, cool. Yeah, I just want to see. I want to know how much power this is going to consume if I'm printing a job. I want to know how much power the laser's consuming if I'm lasering something. I just want to know monthly, because that's the thing when you're doing a home-based business. If I'm selling laser products and I'm making $2 profit on a job, and that job is costing me, I'm exaggerating, okay? Of course, if it's costing me $1.95 in electricity to print it, I'm throwing money away. So I just want to get an idea of what it costs to run everything. So, and the beauty of these smart plugs is you can plug it in whatever. If I want to know how much the rat rig is going to cost, boom, we're going to plug this into the rat rig. When we run jobs with the rat rig, it'll tell me how many kilowatt hours, et cetera, it's using. I can plug in the price of what I pay per kilowatt hour, yada, yada, yada. And then boom, I have an idea of what that thing's going to cost me to run per hour or whatever. And then I can go ahead, switch this to my TV, to my other printers, whatever I want to get an idea. Any lights, how much is it costing to run these other accessory lights, et cetera. So, yeah. So, yeah. Okay. So since last time, let's hope this camera's going to work and it's going to get really wonky. Let's see. Does this work? Oh, it does. So we've put on the kinematic bed. Okay. So we went ahead with a kinematic bed for the Trident. So that's kind of what it looks like from underneath. And basically what this does is this helps with, from what I understand, this allows for heat expansion of the bed, etc. So we're not going to have too much differences when there's heat expansion, because the bed's kind of floating. And then there's a third one in the back there. So that's the kinematic bed mount that we've put on there. We have these, I forget the name of them off the top of my head, but these tensioners with this little piece that comes off, and we just tension our belts here with this screw here. I don't know how, it's going to be interesting how well to run the belts with this. We have our lighter rail up here, our lighter X rail. Okay. This has all been de-racked and everything. We've got smooth motion. We're even, we're level. Everything's done on that. We're going to be doing the inverted electronics, okay, which I'm kind of struggling with a little bit, how we're going to get things that are sitting not on here. But anyways, we're doing inverted electronics on it. what else have I done? I've just, put a few other little pieces on, and we're at the point now where we just have to go ahead and run the belts. This is where we're at in the instructions. Ramus idlers, thank you. That's what they're called. Thanks, Nick. I had the bag. I kept the bag from it so I'd remember the name, but I think I threw the bag out. So, no, there it is right there. Ramus front idler kit, it's called. That's what it's called. Yeah, so that's what we've put on there. Apparently they're a little more streamlined for sure. They look better, and apparently they work really well. So yeah, so I'm at the point now where I got to run belts. So without further ado, let's kind of do that. Tonight's just more so of a casual getting back into it, telling you guys and thanking you guys for being patient while I was away, and getting through that month that I never ever want to remember and never ever want to go through again. So it was like what I call the perfect storm. So that's it. So I'm going to go ahead and 21 people on here now. Awesome. Hello everybody. If you're new here, please do hit the like and subscribe button, and go ahead, chat. Don't be shy to chat. Okay, nothing wrong with being shy, nothing wrong with chatting. One day down the road, I even want to bring people on and say, come on my stream and just, chat with me while we work. So tell us more about it. More about my month. I mentioned at the beginning of the stream. I'll talk about it in a little bit here when there's more people here. It was a pretty bad month. Let me, in the meantime, find. There's a kinematic bed mount. I need to open up. I can't see the chat now for a moment. I just need to open up my Trident manual, my assembly manual. I tried my best to organize the icons on my desktop so I could find things fast. And you think I can find things fast? No. Like I can't even find, right now I'm looking for my Voron folder. I have a folder with all my Voron files. There's my inverted electronics folder. Where's my Voron folder? This is kind of holy cow. It's here somewhere. Oh, I'm probably better off. I got too many icons on my desktop. I think we all suffer from that sometimes. Trident kinematic mount assembly. So that's the one we followed. That's not what I'm looking for. So I'm just going to go ahead over here and look for. I'm just going to look it up right here. I'm just going to download from the Voron site. Manual. And assembly manual, Trident. There we go. It's not the one I want, is it? Is this the actual? No, that's not what I want. Or is it? Hang on. It just takes a second to load the. That's not what I wanted. Okay, I have to look somewhere else here. Sorry, guys. Let me check the chat here while we're here. Oh, thanks, Nick. I appreciate that. Hey, 3D Medic Vince, how are you, sir? Why can I not? Oh, it's on my desktop somewhere. I'm just looking for my Trident manual. Oh, man. I should have opened it before I started the stream, but I didn't. I seem to have lost my whole Voron folder for some reason. So let's see. Is it hiding under there? No. I have a folder with all my Voron files and everything in it. And wow, I cannot find it. Holy cow. Well, let's just thank goodness for the internet. We can go in and download it again. Holy crap. Okay. Let's go to GitHub and get that again. Manual. Come on. And there we go. Assembly manual. And I won't even download it. I'll just look at it on GitHub. Although it seems slow to populate. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm just going to find where I left off here. I wonder if it's easier. It might be quicker for me to download it. Let's just see if I can actually download. I don't know if it'll let me download. I wish I could just find it on my desktop. It'd be so much easier. There we go. Just going to download the whole package. Give me 1 second. If you're chatting, I am not seeing it at the moment. My internet speed seems to be slow, but mind you, I am streaming, so that does tend to slow down my downloads a little bit. If I come in here and I pop that out, and I can keep an eye on the chat while I'm looking for that file. There we go. There we go. Just sit back, relax, let yourself go wherever the music takes you. Okay, let's see if that downloaded. There it is. I'll just unzip this file. I'd probably run the belts without looking at a manual, but you know, isn't that famous last words? Who needs a manual, right? Right. How'd that work out for you last time? Not so good. Oh, sweaty. Okay, there's my Trident folder and my manual and assembly manual. Yay! And I don't even have to log into my Adobe because I logged in earlier. Okay. Let's see, what page number am I on for running the belts? We're down here a little ways. Belts come before electronics. Okay, there's the bed assembly. Belts come before bed assembly, I think. It's been a while since I opened this manual. There's the belts. There we go. Okay. Okay, here's what we were looking for right here. Running the belts. So first we got to prepare our belt clamps. There we go. Okay. I think we got it. Let's get back to chat here. See if anybody is giving me any words of wisdom or warning. No. Okay, good. Still, well, look. Holy cow, look at that. You didn't need to see all that. Wow. Down to 22 people. Okay. We're going to keep it on that. We're going to have a look at this now. We're going to see if my... let's go. Let's work on it. Camera. Which camera should we do? Let's go to this camera view for now. That way we're kind of just seeing kind of everything. So we have our belt clamps here and ready. And let's go ahead and see what we got to do here. So that's going to come on that way. That's going to go in that way. So we need some M3x8 socket head caps. So we're going to pull this up here. So I've never run belts in these Ramus idlers before. So we're going to, this is going to be fun. This is going to be fun. Now I should have, well, there should be a couple pieces I'm missing here. Is it this the piece I need? Let's just see here. Make sure I have the piece printed I'm going to need here. Let's just go ahead, scroll ahead here a bit. Why does it look like M3x12s? Okay. I see what we're doing. Okay. So I need M3 by 12s and M3 by 8s. So let's go ahead and pull some screws out. Okay. Why don't I change back to this camera, but we'll take it off of face detection and we'll maybe move it, not wrong way. Let's maybe move it over here, down a little bit, and we'll zoom in a bit. And up a little bit. Come on. There we go. And that way you can kind of see, kind of get an idea of what I'm doing here. It makes it a little easier. Okay. Okay, we want the M3 by 12, but we want it to be 3 millimeters. Hang on a minute here. I'm in the wrong spot. Hold on. Hang on a second here. I was putting that in the wrong spot. This has got to go into here. This is for the hot end to stick on. And we're threading this into here and leaving it about a 3 millimeter gap. Up there, okay. Just about messed that up. We'll do the same thing on the other side. 3 millimeter gap on this one. This is self-threading. And this is what the stealth burner is going to kind of grip onto. Hey, Jose, how are you, sir? It has been a long time. I had to take some personal time off, but I'm glad to be back. We'll get a 3 millimeter. I think they look about 3 millimeters. I'm not going to measure. I'm going to eyeball because I can always adjust those when it comes to putting the hot end on. Okay. So we got those ones on. Now we need the M3 by 8s. So we're going to run. I think I'm going to run the belts first before I get these too far on. So I just want to make sure that I run these belts the proper. Well, they kind of tell me to clamp on the belts and then run them. Okay, let's do that. I know the one belt for sure is long enough, so I'm going to try one of the short ones first that I have. Okay, let's see which one of these is longer. And I'm hoping because these came off the Voron 2.4 that they will be long enough for this because it's a shorter belt loop for the Trident because it's a 250 versus a 300. Okay. So let's get the M3/8s right here. We're going to need 4 of these. And these are going to go in here. And we'll just get these started so I can still run the belt in. Running the belt, I'm going to say, is my least favorite part of these builds. Even on the rat rig, anything. Running the belt's my least favorite part, but it's a necessity until we come up with a beltless system, which I'm sure there is. Okay, let's go ahead and see if I can feed that through here now, because we're still loose. There we go. Okay, we'll just give a little extra here. So there's the top one. I'm going to, I should just run this one first. Oh, I got that the wrong way around. Or do I? Hang on. No, that's the right way. I'm going to clamp in. Is that the right way? Hang on one sec, guys. I got to check something. I'm having a brain fart. Yeah, that is the right way. Okay. Okay. Hang on, fam. Welcome, welcome. And again, guys, I apologize if I got a mute like this. Sorry. I'm still fighting through this cough. There we go. Okay. I'm going to take a chance and run. I'm going to cut this heat shrink off of this piece of belt because we used that before. There we go. I'm going to put the bottom one in too. I'm going to take a little bit of a risk that these are going to be plenty long enough. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I could be wrong. And if they're not, I'll have to buy more belt. I've got one piece that'll fit for sure, but if I don't need to use it, I won't. Okay. Okay, that's one end clamped in. Now let's run. Let's do the path. I think I'm going to try and do this by memory. Yeah, how's that going to work out for me, right? Okay, let's turn this this way. Let's get some of these pieces off of here so I don't drop them and lose them. We're going to come up. We're going to push this through. Where's my pusher tool? This ought to work. Push this through that way. So this is the upper belt. Come on. Get through there. Excuse me. Where's my tweezers? Tweezers are always handy to have. With these. There we go. Okay, let's see if I can't get this to come through. Okay, well, I'll give it a little bit of an assist here. There we go. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull this through without twisting it too much. Hopefully I didn't twist it. Get up on the bearings. Get up. There we go. Okay, there's that one. Now we got to go back through the motor. Keep this one kind of intact here. Okay, up this way. This is the upper and this is the lower. So this is going to come straight around. This is going to come through here. As I say, my least favorite part is running the belts. New X-Rail from who? I got this from my local supplier. My local guy here supplied that X-Rail to me. I'll show you a link to it in a second here. Let's see if I can find it for you. Let's go back to here. And let's get on the interwebs. Excuse me. Oops, wrong one. Let's get on the interwebs right here. Let's go to, this will at least give you the name of what that is. 3D Lab Tech is my local guy. And it is, I believe he is under mods. And let's see if I can find that part for you. Right here, ultralight aluminum gantry is where that came from. That's what it's called. I don't know who makes it or what brand, and they have it here for 253, 350, and a Voron Zero as well. So depending. So this is the Trident. This is a 250. So this one would be $50. He supplied this for me. I do a lot of promoting on my channel for 3D Lab Tech. So, and then if you want, so anywhere from $39.95 for the Zero all the way up to $63.95 for the 350 millimeter Vorons. So there we go. That is where that came from. And there you go. So if I go back to my instructions, there we go. Okay. So we're coming around the back. This is the upper one. So we're going to come this way. Yeah, and I know I'm not using my Lazy Susan tonight. Excuse me, guys. I'm not using the Lazy Susan tonight just because. So we're going to come in around. This is the tricky part. We got to come around this bearing and through the extruder motor. This is where I need some little assisting tools to do this. I don't have any camera set up to show you this, but if you ever build one, you'll see. It can be, this is the fun part. Oh, there we go. That's not bad. But then I got to get you right back around out the back here. Now, this is where the tweezers come in handy. I hope. So if I grab you, bring you around, and if I can get my tweezers in here, come on. There we go. We are around the motor. Like so. Oh, so far so good. I'm going to be interested to see how this, did I go through the right spot there? That something does not, oh no, I didn't need, I didn't have to come back out here. I had to go through back up here. I almost got this right. See, I could just look over at the instructions, but that's too easy. So let's pull you back out through here. There we go. I just fed this through the wrong spot, but I'm hoping with a little luck. There we go. Now we're in the right spot. Okay. Now we're going to come up back through here down the rail. Like so. Get up on the top where you belong. There you go. And this goes down in between here. Oops. Where are you going? Down in here. Okay. Now, this is where we got to run it through the Ramus idler. And I'm not sure how to do this. I've never done this before. Okay. This has to go through the idler and then back and around here. Is it going to be long enough? I'm not sure. Time will tell. What are we doing today? 3D experiments. Hello, we are coming back after a long absence. And Stephen Poole's here. Hello, Stephen Poole. Did I miss you? Sorry if I miss you guys popping in. I'm just sort of focused here. And then there we go. Yeah, we're just running the belts on the Trident here. I haven't been on in a long time. Okay, so now let's check out this Ramus idler. So this has got to come off. I believe it's just got to go in this end, around, and out. Now, I don't know if that's going to be so easy. I think I may have to take this front cover off to make it easier to run through there. So we're going to try that. I've never done this before, so let's take this off. Might be easier to have this front portion off. I'm not sure. But we're going to see. Okay, so we have bottom screw. So bottom is going to be the furthest away. Top screw. because I can't see this being easy without removing these. I really can't. Okay, we'll keep that washer. There's a top one, and I think the middle one's. Excuse me, hang on one sec. Got that out of my system. Oh man, it's getting hot in here. I think it's just part of my overall sickness. Okay, now this one's going to come off. Yeah, this seems pretty simple, and it also seems like it'd be easier to work on. There we go, and then we got the whole idler comes right out. So now that we have the idler out, I should be able to just take the belt, get it through the end here, like so, put it through the idler, and make sure I get the idler in the right way. The idler is going to go back in. Hold on a sec, I'm tangled up here. Oh, there we go. So the idler is going to go back in like so. So we'll run it through the idler like that. And then I should be able to slide this back in like so. There we go. That was actually quite simple. That was very simple to do. Here, I'll show you a close-up of what I did here. Idlers should be called slackers. Hey, you know what? Where am I? There I am. I lost myself for a second there. I agree with you. I was called a slacker in school a lot. And nobody's going to call me an idler. They always called me a slacker. So there we go. So let me show you if I get the bench camera. There we go. Hopefully this is focused okay, but you can kind of see. So I was able to slide this idler right out of here. Okay, run the belt through the idler like so. And then, sorry for the shaky camera work, and then just slide the idler. Come on. Sorry, I'm one-handed. It's not easy. Slide the idler. Hang on. Here we go. What if I set the camera down? Oh, see, camera froze. What's with that? Bye, camera. Hi, camera. There we go. There we go. Now you can kind of see. Is it focused? A little bit, yeah. So that I can bring this out, run it through the idler, put a little bit of tension on the belt, slide the idler back into place, like so, and make sure the belt's not twisted, which it is. Okay, let's just do this. Let's just do this properly. The belt twisted in here on me. Okay, up here, belt twisted on me. Okay, we want the flat side to go in. There we go. So we want a flat side on the idler. We'll bring this through like so. Then we can slide the idler in like that. There we go. And then we have the idler in place. And then when I put these ends on, it's these ends that are going to allow us to tension the idler. Or if you want to call it a slacker. However you want to call it. There we go. That's kind of running right down the, oh, there it is. Okay, it was just running inside that. So now, I'll go ahead. And actually, if I just put this camera up like this, and zoom in for you, watch this. Watch the magic happen. And focus. And I can just go ahead and take the pieces and put them back in. So it's these two screws, these two long ones with the washers that are going in here that are going to tension. These are your tensioning screws. And these are going into heat inset nuts that are in the back behind there. So you're not tensioning into, you're not tightening into plastic, because that would eventually wear out for tensioning. So we just put these, as soon as they're just like that and flat, those are the loosest tensions right there. That's the loosest. And then we have the one bottom screw, which basically holds the whole assembly in place, like so. And this is threading into plastic, so we don't want to do this any more than we have to. And this kind of countersinks in there, like so. There we go. And then we have the cap that goes on, and it just kind of sticks on just like that with the cap. Okay, let's go ahead and go back to this one. Hey, Maker Viking, Rob Cooper, you need a Wi-Fi cam for a time-lapse project. You want to do any recommendations? Wi-Fi cam. I don't have any Wi-Fi cams at the moment, Rob. I'm not sure. Not sure what to recommend for that. Let me think about it while I talk here. So we can zoom in there a little bit more. There we go. That'll give us a good view here. So now my question was this? I'm off track back here somewhere. There we go. There we go. Okay. Oh man, I don't know if this is going to be long enough after all that work. And then this belt goes in the front here. Oh, it might just be long enough. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, we might get away with that. I don't know if you can see that. We might just get away with that. I'd like it to be a little longer to be more comfortable, but I think I can get away with that. So let's go ahead and run the second one now. Seeing as that first one seems that it's just going to be like, we're speaking just long enough. Like, I mean, I don't even think there's going to be any room to trim. It's because I got this backed right off. We haven't tensioned that yet. So yeah, let's see. Hey, I might have just lucked out here, guys. Because I mean, everything costs money and belts would cost money. Okay, bottom one. We got to come through here. We got to run you around. Which way? Bottom one's going to go through here, but there's got to be. Oh, bottom one's going to come around front first. I see. So we're going to come around this way. Okay. And we're going to go through the same kind of process here with this other Ramus idler. So we're going to pop this off. Is that focused? Yeah, you can kind of see that. It's hard to tell with my lighting in here if things are focused or not. And then these Ramus idlers are they're really not mirrors of each other. It's almost just like it's an upside down thing. So this screw that holds the whole thing in is on the top instead of the bottom. So, okay. And then we'll take our two tensioner screws out. You thought I'd be using tap. Not on this one, no. Actually, Kenneth, I haven't 100% decided yet, but I had tap on this initially. I wasn't happy with it. I know they've made a lot of changes to tap. So doesn't mean it's out of the question, but I'm actually looking at putting the beacon on this. I've got the beacon on the rat rig. I'm seriously considering buying another beacon, putting it on this one, because the beacon is so fast. Jerry, hey Jerry, how are you, sir? Could be hardwired. It's inside the house. Oh, okay. This camera I'm using right now is the one that you're watching on now, is a really good camera, and it's called the Insta360 Link camera. They're not cheap, but they're good quality cameras, and they have the ability. So if I go like this, I'll just give you excuse me, hold on one sec, guys. Again, for those who are just joining, I've been fighting a sickness for about a month now, and I still have this lingering cold. But if I go ahead and see, it takes a second for that to come on, but it's got a really good face detection thing on it. There we are. So this is a great camera because it's got this face detection it will follow you wherever you go with your face. It focuses extremely fast. So if I say, have a look at this box, watch, it focuses like you go boom, it focuses that fast. And then when I take it down, boom. So it's got extremely fast focus. Hey, Betty Boop, how are you? So it's a really cool camera. It's little. I'll show you what it looks like. That's it right there on the tip of a tripod. It's a very tiny camera, and it works extremely well. It's got good software with it. So yeah, that's what I use. And then also these little cameras here. These are from Alibaba or AliExpress. These little guys, they've got Sony lenses in them. They work really well as well. These are ELP 4K USB cameras. So that little one that I just showed you, the Insta360 Link, if I go ahead and go here and I can show Insta360 Link, you are looking, and I think they may even have newer ones out now, but there it is on Amazon for $438.99. But I believe, yeah, $399. You're looking in the $400 range for those cameras. That they've gone up. They have gone up extremely in price. They've gone way up in price since I got this one a couple of years back. But again, it's all about, you get what you pay for, I think, in these things. Let's go back over here, down, and we'll zoom in a little bit here. Oh, and it has good zoom. That's full zoom right there. But we don't want to zoom in that far. We want to zoom in maybe to there. Maybe to there. Okay. So we got this one taken apart. We're going to pull this guy out with the okay, this is our lower belt here. Belts are fun because you want to keep them tensioned as you go, and then there's our lower belt. So we're going to run this through here. Okay. And then this is going to go back in. Make sure I get this right. Yeah, it's going to go, which way is this going to go back in? This way. So I'll fish the belt through. Is this the right way? Hang on a minute here. I think I'm going the wrong way on this. I always, these belt runs confuse the crap out of me sometimes. That's got to be coming. I have to look at the instructions. I have to look at the instructions. And no problem, Rob, anytime. No problem at all. And I will shoot you off a link. Look at that, Stephen Labad. You purchased the Insta360 while you were in Calgary. Very good, and completely replaced your Ricoh. Yeah. Great. They're awesome little cameras. They get warm, but turn them off when you're done with them. But I've left mine on for a week or two before, and it stays warm, but no, not a problem with it at all. Okay, I just need to do a quick cheat and look at the manual because I think I've got this one belt running wrong. Let's see. We got to come out that way. Oh, okay. I'm coming. I know I got it going right. It's coming out that way, and then we're going to spin around and go to the very back. Okay. I see what I'm doing. At least I think I see what I'm doing. So this is going to come in. So basically what's going to happen with this one, I don't need to feed this through here. This is going to come in this way through this. Come on, like so. Get over there. And then we're going to feed it back through here like this. Just a little confusing. Then we're going to feed it in like so. There we go. Aha, that's what I did wrong. I was coming around from the back, and then this is just going to run straight through. Let's move you back this way. Okay, come on. Oops. Belts. Oh, shoot, don't do that. Come on. Got to make sure you don't twist it. And then you're going to come straight back through. On the lower side. Okay, come on. There we go. Okay. Okay, then we're going to come in through the back. Come on. Are you good, Dwight? Yes. Q, hello. He says, I use an Insta360 for my face cam. It's just so much faster setting up. Yeah, it is. And it's extremely fast focus. Yeah, thanks, POITE. I'm good. I suffered through October. I suffered the death of a brother and extremely bad sickness all through the whole death of the brother thing. And it was safe to say the worst month of my entire life. But I am good now. I'm on the road to recovery. I just have a cough that won't go away. It's actually being really good tonight so far. But I've had a couple coughing fits today. So it's worse when I talk a lot. So I'm talking minimal. But we're back on the road to recovery, and October was a fog, and the death of my eldest brother has not hit me fully yet, because it just seems I was so sick, and it just seems like it's been a dream. Excuse me. So I'm not really completely, I don't even know what word I would use to say. I'm not completely aware. I don't recall everything. Everything just seems like it was a whole fog, but it's going to happen. I will mourn in my own time when I feel better. It wasn't an easy month. So, okay. Now we're going to come around the stepper motor, and we got to go through the stepper motor. We got to kind of feed it. This is the hard part. We got to feed it through. Where's my tweezers? We got to kind of feed it, so force it out the back here. Running belts is not fun, but you know what? The more you do it, you just learn that it just takes patience. Let's see. Is that your brother behind you there? Sorry for your loss. Thank you so much, POIT. Brother behind me? No. That's me and my mom. My mom passed away about 10 years ago. That's me and my mama. Mama, ooh, that was me when I was a little lighter, too. I've been on a roller coaster ride. There we go. See, that's not so bad there. Got that lower one run. Okay, let's move this over just a little bit. Actually, it's easy. I can just move that by hand, too. You don't have to use the software. You can do that by hand. There we go. So we got this one across here. Oh, is this going to be long enough? It should be, because it's the same length as the other one I just ran. So let's just see. Run this across here. And all the while trying to keep everything tensioned. But when you pull tension on one, you're loosening tension on the other. Welcome to Core XY. Okay, and we'll get this one fed. Where's this? Come on, pull. There we go. Through here. Okay. So I'll worry about lining up the backs in a minute here. Remember the first time I ever ran a belt, it took me forever. Oh, you got to come through. Now you just got to go through here. Pop your little head out front. Come on. There you go. There's the lower belt. Let's get these even here. Let's move this over. There we go. I think there might just be enough. Oh, we'll see. Here, let me zoom in and show you how much room I've given myself. So there, you can see the tail of this one. And if I take these two belts, upper and lower, that's basically how much room I've given myself. Right. Oh, man. I should maybe, right there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to loosen these off, and I'm going to back these off to their minimum so I get more slack on this end. It's going to be easier. Yeah, I think that's what I got to do. Thanks, Jose. Appreciate that. We're 7 children in our family. Those fire department rockers on that shadow box. Fire department rockers on a shadow box. No. Which shadow box? I'm looking to see what shadow box I have. You never know what I've got here. Anyways, he was the oldest. He was 69 years old. I'm the youngest at 60. So imagine he was 69 and I'm 60, and my mom had 6 or 7 of us. 7 of us. Excuse me, hold on, I got to mute. So there's a lot of kids in between. But it's just one of those stark realities that, you know, I'm turned 60. I just turned 61, actually. Last weekend was my birthday. I just turned 61 last Monday. And you just sort of have a stark reality that, you know what, I'm 61 and my brothers are starting to die off. I mean, it was not an easy kind of thing for me to grasp. So, and again, I still don't know if I've still fully grasped it or not. So we'll see. Whoops, a little too far. So let's grab you and pull you back just a little bit. Come on. It's much easier when you're working with new belts because you have a lot of room to play with. I'm repurposing belts here, so okay. So those are in place. Those look like they're in place, so we're going to tighten these up. Okay, and this one. Okay, so I've given myself minimum belt over here, which is what I would do when I trim them. Thanks, Q. Oh, absolutely, exactly. Oh man, HVAC, Sergio, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. When Mom went, it was tough, and then but that's welcome to aging, right? Like, it's part of getting old. Okay, that gives me a little bit more confidence in these two here. That they're going to be in a good spot, so I should be able to. Let's just see. Let me get my screws ready for this. 8mm screws on this. Oh, I got to remember to put this back on. I will when I get this on. So let's get the 8mm screws here. Ready here. Yeah, drop it. Gravity. When you lose control and you got no, something like that. A Bee Gees song. Tragedy. Oh, it's tragedy, that, not gravity. Oh, what the heck? Gravity. Okay, so let's actually, I should be able to slide those in after I get these screws started. Let's just see what happens here. Definitely want to work with longer belts if you can, because these are a little more fussy, but it's doable. Save me, what, 40, 50 bucks on belts if I can make these work. Okay, and I'm just going to make sure I pull out these ones that are in there so they don't get clamped in underneath. Good. Okay, those are fine there. Now, top belt. Let's see if I can slide you in. I can. Now I just need to kind of get a grip on you. Come on. Holy cow. It's not easy, but I'm a stubborn man. Mama always said I was stubborn. There we go. Okay, I got the top one. Good. Let's get the bottom one now. Okay. Actually, what I'm going to do, make life a little bit easier for me. Grab a piece of painter's tape. Wife watching, you're in the kitchen cooking apples. You're cooking apples? What are you making, Jerry? What's Jerry making? Brandy, what's he making? Applesauce? Apple Snyder? Apple Schnapps? Oh, yeah, I like the color scheme too here. I got to figure out what I want to do with the hot end yet, etc. So I think if I get that, I think I'm just going to, just on this bottom one, if I can tape that off just for a second, just out of the way. There we go. That'll let me see this one. Oh, come on, stay on there. Dang, maybe that's not going to work. I just need to be able to get a grip on this bottom belt. Almost. Oh, come on. I got the top one in no problem. Again. If I wasn't so cheap and I bought belts, this would be a lot easier. Oh, I think I almost got it. Oh, I had it. I had it and I lost it. There it is. Oh, man. This is something you don't want to do on a live stream. Like I'm doing. Okay. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Now, just going to make sure my belt paths are good. They sound good. And they look good. Okay. So I'm just going to tension these. How are we tension-wise now? Top one could be tensioned a little more. A little tighter to begin. There we go. That's okay. Come a little tighter. So I want to tension these, not overly tensioned, but enough so that I can actually just pull the ramus idlers a little bit. Okay, that's pretty good. Top one, there we go. Okay, now we should be able to tighten these in. And that means I can repurpose these belts. I like that because they are not cheap. Okay, let's just see. Nice. And they're almost even tension. Okay, let's go ahead and reassemble this guy. Okay. Belts only go smooth when no one else is around to see. So true. Isn't that true? Apple whiskey would be amazing. Fried apples. Fried apples. Interesting. Fried apples. Like, is that like deep fried in like a grease or something? Or how do you, that must be a Vegas thing. Are they green Granny Smith apples? Are they red delicious? Are they Sparta? Is a Sparta? Is a Sparta an apple? Mash for whiskey. Cool. Okay, can close this one. So now that I've got this belted, and I got these Ramus idlers, which I've never used before, but kind of like them. So now I can do this. So we have the top one here, bottom one here. So if I want to tension these, all I do is just, let's say, half a turn on that one, half a turn on that one. And we've got some pretty good tension. We're going to do about another half a turn. And about another half a turn. There we go. And then we'll tension this one. Let's go with a full turn on that one. Full turn on this one. And we're pretty good. This one's maybe a little tight. So I'll show you how this works. You can see this from the side better. Watch this camera freeze on me again. I told you it would. Instant unfreeze camera. And it's only freezing because I got so many items hooked up to it. But you can see in the idler here, if I can get this focused a bit better for you, you can kind of see in the idler there. Let's brighten that lens up a bit. So you can see that gap there is how much more tensioning room I have, and that's how much I tension them. So by tightening these two screws, it pulls the whole idler assembly towards the front of the printer, which gives us the tensioning. So there's still a lot of room for belt stretch there. And then on the other side, similar idea. Little out of focus there and a little crooked, but on the other side, same idea. There we go. So you see how much I've got room to tension versus how much I just tensioned them just now, just that little bit. And we have pretty even tension on both sides of that. So that's pretty cool. Hang on, sorry. There we go. Granny Smith apples. You butter, then you add sugar, and then boron sugar. Oh, wow. Oh, that's very cool. Okay. So let's zoom out a bit here. And I did most of that without looking at the destructions, so that's pretty cool. So we have good, smooth motion on the belts now. Good. That might be a little too much tension on this side. So let's just loosen that a little bit. And just a little bit. There we go. Okay, and then you just take your cool little covers and they've got magnets in them. And I can't mix these covers up because I purposely made these so these magnets won't stick on the right side, on the wrong side. So just take a little magnet, boom, and this one here, and you have nice decorated front covers with that. I like these little idlers. They're awesome. And the kit is cheap. So there we go. There is our belts run. Yay, we actually got something done tonight. There we go. Belts run. It's a mess. It's a mess. Now, I kind of was a little, I'm going to have to raise the bed manually a little bit because I think I probably should have done the inverted electronics here before I put the bed on, because the bed is kind of, but at the same time, I can't always just go ahead and raise the bed manually just to get it up and out of the way. These this bed kit I put on here is really cool too. There we go. So we have the bed kind of raised up and out of the way like that. We got the inverted electronics. What's next in the manual anyways after we run the belts? Let's have a quick peek here. Hey, Snapshot. What did you miss? Why worst month? Hello all. You can watch the beginning, but basically in a nutshell, Snapshot had a brother die, had a brother pass away, and I was very sick for most of the month, off work for a couple of weeks, and still battling whatever it was that ailed me. So it was a bad month, but I'm back. Good. How am I enjoying the Chinook? It was great today, wasn't it, Gary? All the snow that we got a crap load of snow, and it's all melted. Is all your snow up there melted, Rob? We got a lot of snow here, but it's mostly gone now. So if I go back to the manual, we did that. Okay. Oh, and I didn't put those two. I need some M3x40s to join those two together. Did I put? Oh, I got to put nuts in there. So we need a couple M3x40s. Did I put the nuts in there? Did it tell me to put nuts in that? And it's not a heat-in set, I know that. No, it's not even mentioning the nuts. I'm sure it does somewhere. M3x40s, leave loose. M40 on top, a 30 on the bottom. Lightly tighten the bolts. Pretty sure. Excuse me. Let me find a 30 and a 40. 40 on top. 40 on top. 30 on the bottom. There's a 30, and just dropped it. Good thing I have lots. 30 and a 40. It's a button head though. There we go. So 40 on top. Here. Try to give you the views. I try to give you the best views possible at the same time as, no, I can't do that. That camera won't work in there. So let's haul this camera. Look how crooked that bed is. That's funny. Let's haul this camera over. There we go. And we'll pop that camera up. That light's probably going to cause that to be, really blown out. But hey, what the heck? You can kind of see what I'm doing there anyways. So we put a 40 in the top. $30 in the bottom. But there's nothing to tighten them to. I'm pretty sure I need to put bolts or nuts on the other sides of these. I don't think there's any nuts in there yet. No, there's not. Just the nut that's on the top of my head. No, okay, I need to put some nuts, some M5 nuts in there. M3 nuts, sorry. Those are M5s. Let's find some M3s. Gotta whole crap load of M3 nuts here. It doesn't tell me to put nuts in, but why wouldn't it tell me to put nuts in there? Probably did, but I probably just missed the step. Okay. No snow for a week now. Yeah, good. Ours is all melted too. Thanks. Thanks, Snapshot. 4 inches of snow, and in the last 2 days it all melted. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to just quickly grab. Bear with me a second. I know I'm off screen there a bit. I want to grab a 50 millimeter. And I'm just going to use. Is that focused? Hard for me to tell. I think it is. Okay, I'm just going to grab this. Push this one back through. Come on. Get out. There we go. Pull this one out. Ah, come on. There we go. Put the 50 in. Hopefully it'll stick right out the other end. Good. That's going to allow me to pull this nut, set this nut in place. There we go. Just so I could, there we go. Just wanted to set that nut in place. And can I do the same on the top? Will the 50 stick right through? Good. Okay. And we'll just get this nut in. And we'll pull it in. I first learned this method of pulling nuts like that, building the Prusa. Okay. So we should be able to grip that nut. There we go. And it says just do not tighten, just snug. Okay, good. And the 30 mil on the bottom. There we go. Okay, got that done. Okay. First time making fried apples. Cool. You sowed dill seeds today for the spring sowed milk thistle and swamp butterfly. Weed and some blazing star this week too. They need to cold stratify before the spring. Oh, I see. Okay, interesting. You have quite the garden there, Rob. 2 weeks after we get it in Alberta. You're okay, Q, because we got our initial snowstorm happened over 2 weeks ago. Oh, or did it? Yeah, about 2 weeks ago. So yeah, you might get it right now. Who knows? We're happy to send anything your way if you'd like. Okay, so we got that on. We got that on. We got it on. Now they just basically say to we're not hooking up a probe right now because we're not sure. We're probably going to incorporate the beacon probe into the hot end. So I'm not even going to worry about a probe right now. So we're not going to worry about that. We're going to skip by that step. We don't worry. So yeah, basically I'm looking at the manual here and it's just talking all about the probe. So now the print bed. We've already put the print bed on. So let's zip through here a little bit. Print bed's all done. The ZN stuff we've got, but we haven't put it on yet. Bed frame is made. We can zip by all this. We've put the kinematic bed on here instead of what we've got here. We ended up putting the kinematic bed. So the bed is all on, and then we have the stealth burner. And I guess then we get into electronics after this. But what I'm going to look at now is we're going to be doing the inverted electronics. They don't really have Or do they? Is there an inverted electronics? No, I don't need to open unless, oh, well. No, that's just the files. I need to find somewhere that actually shows me the inverted electronic layout. Anyways, we'll worry about that. So anyways, so we already have the bed on. Let's move these boxes out of the way. So our ZN stop is right here. And this went on the other side, right here, like so. We took that off. Now, if I'm using the beacon probe, though, I'm not going to need this. See, but I also do have a clicky. I have a clicky kit here, which is a clicky PCB kit. So I haven't decided as far as what I'm going to use for a probe. So if I'm using the beacon probe, I do not need this. If I'm using the excuse me, the clicky, I do need this. If I'm using the tap, I don't need this. So chances are I'm going to use a beacon probe. So I'm going to leave that off for now. Excuse me again, I got to mute. So chances are I'm going to leave that off. Let me close Fusion 360. I did not mean to open you. Well, the beacon probe is good. I've got the beacon probe over. If you look right over there, and if I focus, I've got a beacon probe on that beast right there on the rat rig. Yep, I've got the beacon probe over there, and it scans that 500 by 500 millimeter bed 2 times in under 30 seconds. It's amazing. So I think I'm at the point now on this, and I'm not going to start much right now, but I think I'm at the point now where I can start working on the electronics. I can worry about the hot end and the probe, etc. later. I haven't printed the hot end yet. That's the next part they want me to do is a stealth burner. I haven't printed it yet. Because I'm not quite sure what I want to do. The hot end I had on here previously, but this is looking good so far. The previous hot end on here was this guy, which I'll probably still use. This was the Fadius Dragon that we had on here before. So this was what we had on here. It was a Fadius Dragon, which I could probably still put on, no problem. We had the standard Clockwork 2 extruder, which I haven't taken apart yet. We're going to reprint that in different colors. But I want to see if I can incorporate, LDO sent me the Galileo 2, and I want to see if there's any way I can incorporate, I've never tried this before. I wonder if I can incorporate the Galileo 2 into the stealth burner somehow. I've got to look that stuff up. Are you going to cooperate for me here, camera? No, the 4. There we go. Yeah. So I did open this up. It comes with a really cool glitter sticker. Galileo 2. Go on my sticker wall. Love stickers. We have our screw set. We have our bearings. We have our complete hardware kit here. And then we have this funky thing, which I've never seen before. It's a milled aluminum piece. You run one on your V2 and run a 3939 bed. It's only a 250. Cool, the beacon probe. And then on this, I've also got a little cover. And then, of course, we have a stepper motor for the Galileo 2. So, yeah, I'm going to look and see if I can incorporate this somehow into the hot end on this so I can use this. I don't know if I can. I am not all-knowing. So we will look into that, if that can be done. 39 by 39 bed mesh. Yeah. It's I can imagine what it would do a bed mesh on this thing on probably in 10 seconds. Probably 10 seconds to do on this. So I'm going to it's not a matter of am I, it's yeah, I am going to get the beacon probe. for that. I've got I've got a few. The only parts left I've got from the beacon probe from the other one is some zip ties left over from it and a couple screws. But that's the probe right there that we'll put on this, and it's an eddy current scanner. So we'll have to see. Depends how well our dollar's doing, et cetera, et cetera. I don't even know what those things are selling for these days. So we had. I've also got a. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh man. I'm having a brain fart. I've also got a kit from Big Tree Tech. I'll go look for it. You run a G2 in the same V2. You have 300 hours of print time with it, and you're getting the best prints. Awesome. Oh, so you do have the Galileo too. Okay. Whew. So I can definitely run this. If you're running it on a V2, I can definitely run this with a stealth burner, I assume. I can probably run that on the Trident, no problem. I was looking for, where's my boxes from Big Tree Tech? I have a whole crap load of stuff over here from Big Tree Tech that I got to get using. So the one I'm looking for is, those are stepper drivers. That's the CB1 V2.1. This is this what I'm looking for? No. What is this? Oh, that's more stepper drivers. What I'm looking for is the CAN bus. There it is. I believe this is what I'm looking for. It's the CAN bus. So I may use the CAN bus on this hot end. So, but I'm obviously missing some. No, I don't think this is the second part of the CAN bus. But, U2C V2.1. I got too many things, and I've got to start using these things up, but I'm pretty sure this is part of the CAN bus system. But I have the CAN bus, which is going to allow me to run a whole lot less wires to the hot end. Yeah, when you mount, running it on an SB, spoiler alert, you'll building it. Oh, you won't regret running it on an SB. Spoiler alert, you'll be getting. I know. I'm hoping I get a great printer out of it. My V2.1 has not been used a lot lately, and I want to eventually do some upgrades to it. Is this my CAN bus? I'm trying to find the initial CAN bus kit they sent me. And I think that is it. Yeah, this is the CAN bus kit. Okay. Don't know how to use this. No clue, but I'm going to learn. So this is the CAN bus for the stealth burner. We're going to learn together. It involves a piece like that. Okay, which we'll figure it out. There is instructions all over the place. So basically what it's going to allow me to do is, instead of running a cluster, I've also got to remember my ADXL, but instead of running a huge cluster of wires to the hot end, what the CAN bus is going to allow me to do is just run this to the hot end. That's it. Just one wire like this. And then the other part of this, again, I have no clue what I'm doing, but we'll figure it out. And there's the other part of the CAN bus system. I don't know what that other one I just pulled out earlier was. So, whoops. Yeah. There we go. But you know what? I have a gentleman on here. He's probably not on anymore right now, but his name is David Wilson. He always helps me out with this stuff. So, David, you're going to be my backup on this. And then, of course, with the system came all the appropriate wiring and everything that's got to be soldered on, et cetera, and a little heat sink that goes somewhere on it. So, so yes, this will be used on here. Okay, and what else? So we're going to take this apart. We got to print our, I got to figure out what I'm going to need to run the Galileo 2. So we're probably going to have to print different parts than the Clockwork 2. And then the Stealth Burner we've got to print. We're going to do the Stealth Burner obviously in our two basic colors, and the colors we're using, we are using Polymaker. The colors we're using from Polymaker are Polymaker Galaxy Dark Gray. This build is partially sponsored by Polymaker. We're using this camera on? Yeah, this one here. Let's go with this one. So, whoa, wrong one. This one. Come on. Those are the two colors we're using. The Polymaker ABS Galaxy Dark Gray and Galaxy Orange are the main colors for this. You run that CAN bus. The door will be a bit tight on the G2, but other than that, it won't give you out. Okay, perfect. Good to know. But yeah, those are the filaments that we're running our main colors on this, and we're going to leave it at that. For those of you that remember, this was the rainbow printer. For instance, that's the old Stealth Burner cover. What's going on? Did you lose my face? Here, I'm right here. Come on, follow me up. There we go. That's the old Stealth Burner cover that we had on here. Not the prettiest thing. And I've also got, if I can remember where I put it, I got to put that box up like that, that box up like that. I've also got, what's it called? Somebody will know the name of it before I find it. But it's the little insert. It's a little insert that goes in here. And it reads out, it's a digital display. You lost my face again, didn't you? There you go. It's a digital display. It's called a CME or a CU or something like that. You don't get ABS colors in Europe. Oh, that sucks, Jose. That's too bad. Okay, yeah, I've got that CU thing somewhere, but that's another little upgrade we're going to be doing as well. I just put this away and didn't put this away. So that's kind of it. I'm gonna hang on one sec. It's getting built up again, but we've almost gone 2 hours, which is good, which I'm kind of glad I could do. And thank you, and we're down to 13 viewers now, so we're dropping off like hot potatoes. So that's okay. Whatever. Couple things coming up. I got a product that a company sent me. They want me to show. Where did I put it? But they don't want me to live stream it. They want me to do a video on it. So they approached me, emailed me, and said, would you want to show off our 3D print enclosure? So I said, sure, why not? So they sent me this. It's a company I've never heard of them. They're called UPay. It's a printer enclosure. It's basically keep warm, fireproof, dust-free. It's a flexible enclosure for a printer. Apparently, it has a light in it. It's got LED lights that'll go in it. I haven't even opened the box. Let's just take a quick peek. I haven't even opened the box. I have no clue what it's going to look like. It's got some parts to put it together. It's got like fabric enclosure, LED strip lights. Oh, look at that, nice plastic warranty card, and metal rods. So it just seems like a budget, collapsible or portable 3D print enclosure. So I said, yeah. I said, I have a Kingroon. I have a whatever this guy is down here. I have a Prusa Mini. I have a Prusa. I have a few printers I could put in this thing and give it a test. So I said, yeah, I'll make a video on this. So just watch for that. It's going to be one of my first videos I actually do on a product. So yeah. And that is that. You pay? No, I didn't pay for that. I did not pay for that enclosure. They sent it to me free of charge. I've had a lot of people say, yeah, do you want to try our product? I said, sure, here's my address. And I say, okay, just pay us shipping. And I said, no. And then I've had them say, okay, well, do a review, send us a link to the review, and we'll credit your PayPal account for the product. I said, no. I said, that's called a paid review. You know, I said, what if I give you a crap review and I don't like your product? No, we only want good reviews. You know, I was born at night, but it just wasn't last night. So, yeah. Oh, just kidding with the name. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Anyways, we'll see. I mean, I don't get that many offers being such a small channel. I don't get that many offers to try things out. So when somebody says, here, do you want to try this? I said, yeah, I'll try anything. If it's related to 3D printing or lasering or anything, and somebody wants to send me something to try, by all means, I will. But don't charge me shipping. Don't say you'll refund me after my review. I don't do that. That is not doing anybody any favors, because I would then be tempted, what I think of it or not, to give it a decent review, even if it's a piece of crap, because I'd be like, well, if I give it a piece of crap review, they're not going to give me my money back. So, yeah. Go for it. Seems like a nice project. Yeah, I mean, what the heck? I've it's similar looking to the to an enclosure that I saw for the lasers at one time. So yeah. Anyways, I'm starting to hang on one sec. I'm starting to cough a little bit more as we go on. I think I've done pretty good for almost 2 hours. So I'm going to call it a night. And I want to thank everybody, all 13 of you that hung around and dropped in to see me on my stream back. So I'm going to get back into the swing of things, and we're going to continue on with the Trident. We've got the Trident to finish. We've got the upgrade to do on the K1 now that we've got the parts. We've got these Voron 0.0 to go to 0.2s. We've got we're going to do a Tri-Zero. We're going to do a Tri-Zero build courtesy of MGX. Excuse me. Oh man, I'm courtesy of MG200X. Excuse me. Hold on. Sorry about that. Who funded the build for me? So we've got a lot of stuff coming up. So yeah, and it's going to be a decent fall. So yeah, I'm glad to see you on the stream here, Rob. I really appreciate that. I really do. So so we will catch everybody later. And sorry about my coughing, but thank you everybody for hanging out. And listen, catch everybody next week. Have a wonderful week, and everybody stay healthy, unlike me. But I'll hopefully I'll be a little more healthy next week. This thing's getting a little bit better day by day. So we'll catch you guys all later. Have a wonderful week, and stay safe. Bye for now.